Good morning, family. Good morning. Wake up, everybody, virtual community. Welcome back to day 299. Wow. I'm Tirza Barnes Griffith, and today I'll be hanging out with you, presenting on the topic, Meet the Real You, the Higher You. And this is part 2 of our conversation. Good morning, Zoom. Good morning, Facebook. Welcome back. It is a pleasure to be here with you this morning. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's going to be an amazing day. This is a new day to create, to be alive, well, to serve, to receive love, to give love. Good morning, the Wake Up Everybody virtual community. Hey, Facebook. Good morning. So happy you're with us today. Shout out to my folks on Facebook. Good morning. Good morning. Today, you should have a pen and paper so you can take some notes. I'm going to have you do some self-reflective work. So make sure you grab a pen and a paper. Good morning, everyone.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Hello, Facebook friends. Hello. And good morning.
Kathy, your sound. I feel like you're saying, yeah.
What am I doing?
Go into the top, go through the top.
Mm-hmm.
Where it says, okay, first stop the video. Okay, go through the top to get the menu. You know, do that? No, don't switch it. Sorry, Zoom and Facebook.
I don't know how to do it.
Working with the plan B right now. All right, so do you see where the green menu?
Yes.
Okay, go through that. Take your cursor through that. Then you said drop down menu?
No.
All right, so to move the cursor right through the green.
Nothing's coming up when I hit the green.
Don't hit it. Okay, so exit out. Exit, stop the screen share. I'll screen share.
Okay.
Okay, Facebook, Zoom, thank you for your patience.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
All right, beautiful. Good morning, family. Welcome back to the Wake Up Everybody community. My name is Tirza Barnes Griffith, and I have the pleasure of serving you today once again as we dig into a very important conversation titled Meet the Real You, the Higher You. Yes, this is part 2. We started this conversation not last week, Monday, a couple of days ago, and we're going to continue it today. So let's do a recap. You know, with these 30-minute sessions, we clearly don't have a lot of time. There's so much that I would want to share, but I want to condense it and keep it focused and get us really reflecting on ourselves today. So that's what part 2 is all about. Part 2 is designed for you to answer the question, who am I? Now, why is this question so important to answer? Well, because the lens you may see yourself may not be the right lens. It may not be the lens or the perspective of the higher you. So on Monday, what I did was introduce to you the concept of a higher you, meeting the real you, the higher you. So how did I describe the higher you? Well, the higher you is described as perfect, pure, positive perfection. All right. Perfect, pure, positive perfection. Is that 4 P's? I think it is. All right. I may have to coin that, right? You are perfection. You are God yourself. You are the source. You are the creator, and you are one with the creator. That's why you are the creator. And excuse me. And because you are one with your creator, you are amazing, pure, perfect, and positive love, life, and living. You're all those awesome things because you are one with your source, your creator, your God. And there's no error with the source. There's no error with the creator. So what we have to be comfortable with and accept is that we are one with our creator. Thus, we are perfect because the creator is perfect. And that means when we see this, know this, accept this, we begin to rise up to our higher self, your higher you. Now, what does the higher you look like? It is your essential pure nature. Your higher you is your pure essential nature, void of beliefs, constructs, programs, socializations, childhood trauma, issues and pain, void of all of that. I like to use the example of coming straight out of the womb with a childlike nature, so pure that you're open to whatever is possible. That is what is considered to be your divine essential nature. And when we lean into that divine essential nature, that again is in oneness with your creator, you then experience a deeper sense of self. You then experience your deep, pure, true self, which is all power. And in that power, you have freedom. In that power, you have freedom. So my talks are always connected to this idea of being free. And this conversation is so important to me because as I shared with you on Monday, I've been on this journey over the last couple of years of unfolding into my higher self. So another term that I used on Monday was unfolding. So think about a rosebud, a flower, any type of flower blooming. We are all blooming. We never stop. Wherever you are right now in your life, this is not the end. There's more unfolding for you in your life. Think about that. How exciting and how beautiful that is to think about. There's more of me to evolve and to grow. Where I was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, that was a part of my life. And none of that is lived in regret. See, that's important. We can't look back and live in regret for anything. Even if what we had hoped would work out didn't work out, we don't live in regret to it because that was just a phase, a stage, an unfolding part of your life. But as you continue to seek spiritual growth and do your inner work, what you will find is you're going to continue to unfold and uncover a new you. But it's not really new. It's always been you. It's been your essential nature, alive and well and always existing. You're just meeting it. As you unfold, you meet this, what it looks like a new you, but it's always been you. You're just continuing to unfold into all that you are destined to be. All that you are destined to be. You know, I'm really excited when I think about that because, wow, to me, that's a message of consistent second, third, fourth, fifth chances, continuous opportunity to have fun with your life and yourself and never get bored with what is, because if you're doing the work, you're constantly unfolding into who you really are. The higher you, the higher you. So again, you are pure, positive, beautiful perfection. There is no error in you, and there's nothing that is broken in you, in me, in us. We're on this journey of unfolding and crystallizing into our higher self. So I'm going to pause before I introduce the next piece of this conversation and just tap in to the group, the audience, the community. This is a quick review that I just did. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Anybody have any comments? Anybody who was with us on Monday, have you had an opportunity to reflect on this? I know the idea of perfection was something that wasn't necessarily easy to accept because we have been taught that perfection, which is considered a worldly view, when we look at it in the lens of the world, is everything is right about you, but that can't exist because nothing or no one is perfect, right? We've all heard that. But when we think about it in a divine order, when we think about divine perfection, it is really perfection. It is really perfect. It is really good. You are really perfect. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I clarify that point. We're not talking about world perfection. You have to be perfect on your job. You have to do this a certain way. No, we're speaking about divine perfection, which is what brings you into your deeper sense of self. It's when you know that divine perfection, you are living within your higher self, your higher self. So ladies, if you can help me just tap into our group, anybody from Facebook making any comments, anything coming up in the chat. Just curious to know how people are feeling this morning around this topic.
No, things are really quiet. So Z, thank you for capturing the 4 Ps, multitasking. So I missed it. Perfect, positive perfection. And Imani says the conversation is giving me hope, renewing belief in myself.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So now we're going to do some work. We've laid out the framework. We have to accept that we are all good and perfect. We want to get to a place, my friends, where it's not rhetoric. It's not just something we say, but we believe it, we feel it, we know it. And that's the journey I'm going to take you through now so that you can get to that place. But again, you have to accept the truth that you are consistently unfolding. You are a consistent caterpillar moving into your butterfly stage. You are pure positive perfection. All is good. You are consistently meeting up with your higher self. So what I'm going to invite you to do now is to think about who is your higher self by answering the question, who am I? How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? How you see yourself is based on the your perspective of self. How you see yourself is based on the perspective you have of yourself. So the question is, what is your perspective? What is your perspective? When we're not doing this work, our perspective is filled with filters and fog of doubt and negative beliefs. And we have to resolve those perspectives so we can see the light, the true perspective. So when I say, what is your perspective? It's important that you're honest with yourself about when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you think about yourself? When you go about your day, what comes out of your mouth about who you are? What do you inherently believe about yourself? When a condition or circumstance occurs for you, do you get in your head a negative or something that doesn't necessarily fit what you have hoped for? When that type of circumstance or condition happens, what do you believe about yourself in spite of that condition? Do you match that condition on a low frequency and live in a low frequency of I'm not enough and I'm a screw up? Or are you able to stay and maintain a high frequency in spite of whatever is going on around you, regardless of the condition? See, how you see yourself and the perspective of yourself comes up in good times and not so good times. Your mind will maintain high frequency of self-love and appreciation, regardless of what's happening around you, in a positive perspective, no matter what, no matter what's going on around you. When you are aligning to your higher self and you know your higher self, your mind stays in line with that. Your beliefs stay in line with the higher self. How you feel about yourself is maintained. You're stabilized no matter what's going on around you. So the perspective of self is very, very important. Many of us need to change the perspective of self, how you view yourself, how you see yourself. It's now time to graduate to a place of you seeing yourself as divine perfection, period. Divine perfection. So to be at this place is a spiritual experience. It's not, like I said, having these affirmations that you say, but you don't feel. It's not saying, it's not being in the ego and being caught up in, I'm so amazing because, but it's not real because you don't feel it and you're not living it day to day. We could put on a show. We're very good at that. We could get dressed and put on a show and look secure and confident, but on the inside, don't feel what we're portraying on the outside. We don't feel the perfection. We don't feel the self-love. And so as you begin to think about how you see yourself and the perspective you have of yourself, you also have to say, as I graduate to this perspective of being in my higher self, my higher me, I'm not putting on a show. It's not something I'm putting up just to look good. I really live it, feel it, believe it, and one with it. It's true for me. It is my pure essence. It is all that I am. It is divine. And when you are in that place, you begin to feel it. That's how you know it's true and that it's aligned with a spiritual transformation. It's in this growth that you begin to define your destiny in a way you haven't before. Because when you see your higher self, you can't help but to live up to it. So what you create, what you believe about what you can manifest and attract, it's like taken to a whole nother level because you see yourself in that pure perfection and that you can have everything you desire and everything is always working out for you. It's your perspective. It's how you see yourself. It's how you see the world working for you. A perspective of life is not against me, it's for me. Imagine being in that space every single day. Imagine being in that space 2 or 3 times a day where you feel it so strongly, where you're carrying that high frequency in such an amazing way that you feel like you're invincible. It's magical. It's like having superhero powers. But you have to begin to see yourself in that higher space and that higher self. You have to be willing to shake hands and dig in to meet the real you. All right, I see the chat going off. Let's see what's coming up. Ladies, could you give me some insight on what folks are saying? What's coming up?
Yes, Tirza, Jackie said that's remarkable, Z, because I have been reciting Marianne Williamson's poem for the past 2 days. I also watched a movie where a character recited it and it came up as a memory on my Facebook page, messages. And Z said, also Jackie said, Z said, I want my perspective of myself to be embodied in my mantra. Marianne Williamson's quote, we are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. I still have a lot of work to do. I am so very grateful to Wu for the support in my journey. I love y'all. Thank you, Tirza.
Beautiful, beautiful. Two things that came up there. You said it, being one with your creator, you manifest the glory of your creator. As such, you are one with it. When we are manifesting the glory of our creator, well, we're doing the most important work we're put on this earth to do. Be awesome in ourselves. See, manifesting the glory of the creator means be awesome in yourself. When you are awesome and you see you as all that you are doing the work. You are doing what you have been called to do on this earth. When you see all that you are in your awesomeness, your genius, your originality, your distinction, and you are putting it out in the world with pure, positive energy and self-love and appreciation, you are living your purpose for being on this earth. There is no other purpose. All the other purposes fall in line when you are aware of who you are, your higher you. And you cannot inspire anybody unless you are truly in your own inspiration of self. This is interesting because, folks, we have been taught, don't be modest. Don't be so in love with yourself. Don't be so caught up in yourself. Be modest. That is BS. I have moved from the modest state. It is, I am present with my higher self state. So what does that look like when you are present with your higher self? What are you saying about yourself? How are you speaking about yourself? So what we're going to do now is identify some terms that reflect this pure positive perfection. I forgot my 4 P's, but y'all know what they are, right? This pure positive perfection of self. You're now going to come up with some terms. So here's what has occurred for me in this journey. I went from being a person who would say affirmation to feeling truth. From saying stuff like I'm great, I'm beautiful, which is beautiful, it's a great start, but it's graduating to a feeling tone where you feel it and it's like you get this superhero power. The magic begins to work. And I remember the first time what came out of my mouth, which was all divine and spiritual, I said, I am heaven. I said, whoa, well, that's the highest place to be, to feel like you are heaven. Well, wow, I'm really growing. It felt really good to be aligned with the fact that I am heaven, that I am infinite potential, that I am life and love, and I mean it, and I will look you in your face and tell you that, even on my worst day. So when Z says it's not easy, it's hard, there are days where it is hard. There are days where you don't feel like rising up to your higher self. But even on those days when you know and have been in touch with your higher self, you stay true to it. You come up and out of whatever you're going through to rise up to that frequency of your higher self. So to be at a place where you're able to speak about yourself in a feeling spiritual tone of I am love and life and light. I am peace. I am pure joy. I am happiness, I am clarity, I am purpose. To be at that place where you could see yourself. That's why I said, you're answering the question today, who are you? Who are you? So you want to move from knowing what you want to grow into, the perspective you want to have for yourself, to feeling it, believing it for yourself, knowing it and being it and just living it.
Tirza,
Yes.
we have a comment from Facebook.
Mhm.
Rakia Nasia from Facebook says, I've been reflecting daily. Initially, I felt that because I have so much to correct, I couldn't own my perfection. Now I recognize the steps of perfection is in every step.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Well said. In every step, it's a process. This is a journey. And I need you to understand why it's not easy, my friends. See, we got to get clear on this. The reason why it doesn't feel good and it's a challenge is because of the beliefs that we've lived in for so long, the box that we lived in for so long. We got to clear up those filters and let go of some ways of thinking, some people in our lives, the way we speak about ourselves. As you get to this place of a higher you will not be able to entertain the things that you currently entertain. You won't even be able to have certain conversations. I'm not entertaining any negative conversations with anybody. And I'm talking about even my mama. When she started up, I say, I'm not going there with you because I'm only believing that everything is working out for your good. I'm believing that what we see is what we attract. I'm believing that we have superpowers and we are magical, and whatever we put out there, we get. If we want it, if we see it, this is my new motto, my new mantra every morning. I only think about, or rather see what I want. That's it. I only see what I want, nothing else. And it's a practice. And when I start to go left of that truth, then I come back real quick. I got to come back. I only see what I want. I only see what I want. So as you evolve to your higher self, friends, this is important. Your whole life is going to change. It's going to change. You're not going to be entertaining, hanging out with, doing those type of things that you used to do because that's at your lower self. See, look at this. When you at your lower self, you thinking lower, you're speaking lower, you're doing lower, you're entertaining lower. But when you evolve and you unfold into this higher self, it's only higher life living. And what do you think you're going to bring to you in that higher life living? That's funny. I don't even know if that makes sense. Life living, but y'all get it, right? Like, what do you think you're going to bring to you, attract to you when you're up here with pure positive thinking, believing, living? You have to be on your side. This is a conversation about you being 100% on your side. You seeing yourself for all the beauty and genius that you are, that you put yourself first. Not that we don't love others, but you choose yourself first, that you don't get into arguments with yourself. How many arguments a week do you have with yourself? You fighting yourself. The fight is the negativity, the talk, the less than conversation you're having with yourself. As you evolve to your higher you, that is going to cease. That way of being will be dismantled. So we're pushing towards the 7:30 hour, if I'm not mistaken. We are
Yes.
at the 7:30 hour. So I'm going to ask my friends to put in the chat. I want everybody to give me 3 words that describe the perspective of the higher you. How do you see yourself? What you want is the only thing you should keep your eye on. What you see is the only thing you should be thinking. What you want is the only thing you should see. What you want is the only thing you should be thinking about and talking about you and your higher you. So right now, put in 3 terms to describe the higher you. So as I told you, I said, I'm heaven. I'm love, light, and life. This is me. This is all of me. When I walk into the space, this is the vibration and the frequency that I'm bringing. Good morning. And I don't say that caught up in ego. I say that because I am one with my creator, and my creator is perfect, and so am I. Come on. Will you meet me there? Come on. I see grateful, loving, joyful. Okay, good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Love, blessed being, a love, blessed being. Okay. Let's see. Magical, manifesting, mogul, positivity. Yes. Balance, filled with harmony. Wonderful. Okay, let's go. I want to see some more. What else is coming in? Anybody sharing anything from Facebook? Power, love, connected. Good. And what I want you all to do is keep these words close to you, right? Because they move from being words to being the way you are and who you are and how you live. How you live. And then what happens is you begin to embody this power. And in that power, you gain freedom. Yes. Freedom. I am. Thank you for that. I am the creator. I am power. I am perfect. Beautiful. So this is, my friends, how we must live our lives in this full presence of being in our higher self. It is time we meet the real us. It is time you meet the real you, void of trauma, childhood issues, beliefs, constructs, programs. It's no more blaming, but taking full personal responsibility for your life. When you choose to live in the space of the higher you must take personal responsibility because no one can fill the gap for you, only you. And what frightens people is the idea that I can't depend on somebody else to make me feel good. You're telling me move from the dependency of my man or my woman or whatever it is to make me feel good, but me, just love me and my pure positivity, just me? Yes, that's freedom. You mean be happy and appreciate life even though there's these circumstances and conditions in the world? Yes. That's personal responsibility for you and no dependency on others or a circumstance or a situation. It's living in this higher you that is one with your creator. It does not get better than that. And that is the pure essence of inner freedom. So I invite you, community, to live up to the higher you and shake hands with the real you. I thank you. I bless you. I encourage you to keep living this higher life. All right.
Okay, Kathy, you got the slides? Thank you.
Okay, my friends. So I'm so excited to be making this special offer today. It's titled In Her Power, The Path to a Deeper Sense of Self. I have partnered with two amazing organizations to bring in women of color for this free virtual event. The conversation we had today is just the tipping point to what this event is going to be like. It's a continuation of the power and dynamic experience this event will be for women of color. We are inviting women of color to come together to just live in pure, positive realms of endless possibility and infinite potential, to tap into all that you are, all that you are. So what we put together is a dynamite group of women, if we can go to the next slide, who are going to present on topics that align with you tapping into your deeper sense of self. So I will be presenting on the inner freedom perspective. And the other two women will be presenting on the recipes of self-love and answering the call to your higher self. We're also going to talk about moving beyond socialization, that box that we live in, and tapping into our power. So this is Saturday, April 17th from 1 to 4. It's a free event. Register now. Go online and register at soulfocusgroup.com/in-her-power. And if you guys can put that on in the chat for me, I would appreciate that. soulfocusgroup.com/in-her-power. Registration is free. Participation is free. We already have a large group of women who are participating. And I just want to keep building this because this is what we need. This is just a continuation of the wonderfulness that the Wake Up Everybody community brings. And so make sure you sign up today. All right. I invite you to stay in touch with me. Follow me on my social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, also on LinkedIn. So feel free to keep in touch with me. My handle is @TirzaMotivates. My website is tirzamotivates.com. And my email address is there for you. Outside of doing these type of talks, I am a professional development trainer where I come into organizations and do work on team building, doing a lot of work on DEI and dismantling racism. So if you're interested in looking for a professional trainer, a consultant, that's part of my offerings in my business. I invite you to visit my website to learn more, and possibly we could partner and do some great work together. Okay.
And we want to welcome any of the new members, any of the new participants and community viewers that we have today. And we want to acknowledge you. So if you are new, please keep coming back, invite people, and existing community members, keep inviting people. And maybe they'll, let's grow this community. And just put your name in the chat so we can acknowledge you if you are new and joining us for the first time, or if this is your first week. Just want to show you some love and welcome you to the community. And this is our schedule. We are here Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And on Monday and Wednesdays, we're here 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., 7:30 a.m. And we are live on Zoom, streaming live on Facebook. And don't forget to still order your Woo Nation swag. I mean, that is, that's great. You can order t-shirts. It's coming up in every color. Keep ordering your masks and advertising for us so more people want to come into the community. And you can do that at bit.ly/Woo Swag. And we want to thank you and invite you to stay in touch. Remember to register each week for the sessions, bit.ly, so you can get reminders via text in the morning. Bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. On Facebook, we're bit.ly/Woo Community. On Instagram, we're @Wake Up Everybody Virtual. On YouTube, we're bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. And email, reach out to us if you have any ideas, you have a presenter, a facilitator that you'd like to suggest, or if you have any questions or anything that we can help you with, or if you'd like to join the volunteer community, then please contact us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. And now it is time to do what we do and to shower Miss Tirza, the wonderful, beautiful Tirza, with love. So I ask you all to unmute yourselves and let's show her some love like we do.
Thanks, Tirza. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great
Love
work,
you, love you.
Tirza.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Tirza. Thank you for standing in your purpose and your growth. It's your journey.
Thank you for sharing this.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
very
for
much.
elevating us and for
Inspirational.
encouraging us and for reminding us
Yes, sir.
of who we truly are.
Yeah,
We
thank
need, I
you.
saw in the chat that we need a part 3, 4, 5. We definitely need this on the 90-minute days, and please keep coming back and encouraging us and reminding us of our higher selves and who we truly are, not what we mire ourselves down in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tirza. Thank you so much.